and gentlemen, Steve Penk.
Hi, good evening and welcome to a very special edition of The Way They Were, because tonight we're taking a walk down the most famous street in television, Coronation Street. Yep, you're going to see the stars of everyone's favourite soap as you've probably never seen them before. We've got classic clips from a time when the only thing that went internet was Ina Sharple's hair. So let's raise our first pint of Newton and Ridley's to these magical performances from the years BC, before Corrie.
I don't get it. We're all here for this one registration. I was told there wouldn't be more than 3 applicants.
So it can't have been very pleasant for you to have the police walk into your crowded bar.
No, I did think about that. I mean, most of them are quite nice to me, but they do tend to frighten folk off.
He's a right lad, is the Sarge. He flogged their cat last week. Swore to one of the policewomen that it could catch mice with its eyes shut. Man, it was half right. It's blind in one eye.
Did you see anything at all when you were outside the discotheque?
Look, no, I just can't remember. Look, I saw something at the time. I mean, I told the copper. I just don't remember much about the evening, actually. I never do. I'll out my head.
You've set us a problem, Mrs. Peel. An accident?
Everybody knows the old man's batty.
There's a positive danger in that machine of his. He's bound to hurt somebody someday.
The wind's fucking astonishing.
Who's this foul-mouthed, gin-soaked old bag lady?
There's that old bitch watching us going. See her standing there, floating because we're going away. I'm as glad to be rid of you as you're glad to be rid of me, missus.
Doctor!
Now, who's the guy at the front with the gun, dressed up like one of the village people?
Come on, you may as well give yourself up. There must be another way out of here.
I don't know.
Well, there's got to be. What's that?
It's a door.
It's little wonder that a man that wore a leather uniform and couldn't recognise a door went on to marry Ivy Tilsley. Right, time now to meet my first very special guest. One's a purveyor of the juiciest cuts in meat in Weatherfield. The other specialises in Weatherfield's juiciest gossip. They are, in real life, John Savadant and the wonderful Sue Nichols. Listen, it is wonderful to have you two on the show. Now, before Coronation Street, you two have been in some wonderful shows. I've got a whole list of stuff here. I mean, stuff like Clockwork Orange, Oliver Twist, The Saint, Loch Ness, Duchess of Duke Street, Reggie Perrin, Rent-A-Ghost. I mean, I used to love Rent-A-Ghost.
Did you?
Oh, I used to love all that. So when did you both start acting, John?
When did I start acting? Oh, my God. It's through amateur theatre. And we had a professional director, and he was saying he was doing a pantomime in Hanley with great Max Wall and John Hanson, and I must have been drunk. And I said, oh, well, what is it? He said, Robin Hood. And I said, well, I'll play the Sheriff of Nottingham. And totally forgot about it, of course. And then I got his phone call and said, will you come to London on audition? I auditioned, got the part, for goodness sake, and that was me, an actor.
So what year was this?
1914?
Oh, no.
61.
61. Sue, when did you start?
About the same time, actually. I went to RADA, but then I got into Crossroads, the only other soap opera at that time. So that was my big break, yeah.
But also, Sue Nichols used to be a pop star.
Oh,
did you?
Yes. Well, thank you very much.
Tell us,
yes.
Sue, tell us.
Tell you now.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I got a part in this soap Crossroads, and I played a waitress from the West Midlands, Marilyn Gates. which was my hometown. So and she was a nice, simple girl, you know, and she worked in the motel as a waitress. And she did a lot of, not unlike a young Audrey, if I'm absolutely truthful. Anyway, she went to a nightclub, and because I can't quite remember the story, but I think the singer had fainted or had a fit of the vapours or a bad day. So, of course, the usual story in Crossroads was that, oh, gosh, the singer's not in, the singer's not in. So, Marilyn, you get up and sing. So, of course, Marilyn got up and sang, and I sang this rather sweet ballad, and it was a hit.
Now, I've looked everywhere to find some footage of this, and I can't find any footage anywhere, but what I have found, Sue Nichols, is this.
Oh, yeah.
And a copy of this.
Oh, my little 45.
Now, we have no footage, but we can play a little snippet of Sue Nichols' big hit. Have a listen to this. Now, listen, John, obviously we know you from all the wonderful characters you've played over the years. You know, you love to sing as well.
Well, yes. I've done about, I think, 12 musicals. And I was in the original Phantom of the Opera. And ages ago, I can't even remember when that was, when the BBC were doing wonderful productions and spending a lot of money and things, they did a version of The Merry Widow, an extraordinary version with Mary Coster and Jeremy Brett. You all remember Jeremy Brett. And he was Sherlock Holmes.
Well, listen, John, you mentioned The Merry Widow. I think we should see you in The Merry Widow. Here we go. Here we go.
But how should a man behave on discovering that his wife is indulging in, how shall I say, a little flutter?
Simply enough, I should have thought.
Really?
As far as I'm concerned, the swine will be a corpse in no time. More than a corpse. Mincemeat.
Now, Sue, you moved from the wobbly sets of Crossroads to work with the magnificent Hilda Baker. What was she like?
Oh, she was wonderful. I mean, well, I was jolly lucky. I played, yes, the barmaid, Big Brenda. The nature of the part meant to be Big Brenda. Am I making it clear? Yes.
You're making it very clear to me, Sue. I think we should see a clip of you in Not On Your Nelly. Here we go.
Yes.
Oh, I said.
You usually do after you've been here for the night, don't you?
I like it.
Bye.
You know what did all this, don't you? That blasted thing. I'm sick of the sight of it.
This costume, it's all got to go back together.
Oh, never mind that.
But if I don't send it all back together, I'll have to pay for it. Oh, get it back for me, Alf.
I do remember, I've just remembered, it was a very hot summer when I was playing that part. And I had these blessed boobs stuck on, and they were made, and it was like, oh God, I've never been so hot in my life. So I've never worried then since that I'm not endowed very well. So I don't know why I'm telling you this. It's because you're so good looking.
But you're also in the professionals, weren't you?
I've fallen in love.
In the professionals?
Yes, I was in the professionals.
Big hit in the 70s.
Well, yes, oh, that was wonderful. In fact, yes, yes, I was in the professionals, and I did a little scene with Martin.
And we have a clip of it.
You got a clip of me?
Have a look.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to have bothered you then.
Not the least bother. Look, why don't you come in and use the phone? Call your boss, check the address. I was just making some coffee.
Oh, well, it's very kind of you, Mrs...
Dorinda Forbes. Do come in. Perhaps you prefer a beer. It is a sticky old day.
Oh, yes, it is. Well, it's very kind of you, Mrs. Forbes, but I've got several more pickups to make after this one, you see.
Ah, well, if you've got several pickups. Another time, perhaps.
I've seen that maybe once. I mean, I'm still waiting for him. I said another time. He hasn't come back yet.
You see, the thing I want to know, you see, because most women in the 70s, when that was on, either fancied Doyle or Bodie. So what were you? Were you a Bodie fan or a Doyle?
I don't think I cared. Listen, I wasn't that fussy. I thought they were both dishy. And he was gorgeous, wasn't he? And whoever did my makeup needs a medal.
John, you've appeared in some of the best TV shows the last 30 years. Oh, you have?
Yes,
you have.
Screwed up a lot of them.
But in fact, you're a bit of a sci-fi cult figure, aren't you?
Oh, dear.
Yes.
Yes, sadly, I did about 2 episodes of Blake 7 and 1 of Doctor Who.
Well, this is John in Blake 7, everyone.
Oh, no.
Red, he's dead. Remember?
What are you doing?
I reversed the fields.
Not a fool!
Hovels radiation Igorian.
I had fingernails that length, and you never saw them.
Magnificent special effects, John.
Oh, yes.
Every expense spared, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please say thank you to the wonderful Sue Nichols and John Savin. Come on. British television is well renowned for producing magnificent period dramas. And when you think of those costume delights, you immediately think of names like Colin Firth, Helen Bonham Carter, Emma Thompson, and Hayley Cropper.
Take it. Keep the lot. I should have done this years ago.
Matthew, stop right there. Now, you listen to me. Matthew, you belong here. You always have, and you know it. Maybe I'm not the wife you want.
You don't know the half of it, mate.
Thinking it doesn't exist. Never has.
Now, recognise him on the right.
Hey, the masters don't like it when us don't lift our caps.
Meanwhile, who's the guy in the Mozart outfit?
She desires above all things to have a horse.
There is the cost of the horse, a good 60, and then his keep. Remember what you ladies cost in toilet now.
I assure you, Fanny, I have to cut and contrive as it is.
Now for a favourite done-up all Victorian.
Don't drink too much, and remember to ask if there was a will made.
So it's true then. Poor Mamma's gone from us. She's gone to a better world, Marguerite. She's with the saints up there.
Steve Alexander there in posh frock and matching accent. OK, still to come, loads more Corrie stars, the way they were before they moved to the street. And I'll be meeting more of your favourites right here in the studio, including this next guy. See if you can work out who he is. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Cool, I know for bigger. Hi, Ginger, come out, look at this flopper.